Alright guys, welcome back. So APLD, Applied Digital Corp. So aftermarket closed. So this stock closed at around 13.29. Aftermarket, it did push towards like 15, hovering around 14.30 something. But again, I don't pay too much attention to aftermarket hours. We'll see where we open. But I was sharing earlier in the, for YouTube members right here in the post, saying that I'm comparing it to essentially SoundHound and what I'm looking for in a sense, how high it can go. So essentially look at the pattern from 2024 of SoundHound. So we can go back, take a look at SOUN, what it has done in 2024 at the end of the year. If you guys remember when stock broke out this $10 level, it did essentially go all the way to somewhere around like 16 before pulling back towards this $12, $13 levels, and then pushing another leg up towards $22, $24 levels into that option expiration of December 20th. So this OPEX is about, what is it? Is it June 20th? I think June 20th. So we still have 2 more weeks, so it might be looking similar setup. So today is Wednesday as I'm filming this one. APLD, after this recent 52-week highs, essentially $12.46 was 52-week highs, and it was hovering around this level for a bit in the morning before it broke out again, and it just pushed and pretty much made a new all-time high. So yes, this stock has been shorted pretty heavily, and in terms of like open interest, right? Short open interest in 30s%, and CoreWeave was pushing, and I was comparing it with CoreWeave as well, saying that if CoreWeave pushes more, just look for sympathy. So essentially, even today, if you take a look at the flows, there were people coming in for $21 calls for August, but there are already a lot of calls that are sitting for, we were sharing about $9, $10 call for July. So they're still open. Most people haven't sold, in terms of like all those big flows that came in. So, but volume is insane. And do not expect the stock to do same thing every single day. It will definitely have a breather. It will definitely have a pullback, and it will definitely hover around these levels for a bit before making another leg move up. So of course it can shoot higher, sure, why not? But my point is that it can essentially go to these levels into the Friday, and then next week probably pull back a bit and just chop around before going into the last week of the option expiration, which is from 13th to 20th. That week, we can see this name towards pushing significantly higher. So in this case, I was giving 16, 18, but if we go back like 10 years, I don't know if this stock came to the market as a SPAC. Was it SPAC merger, or how did it go public? I don't remember. So far, again, this is just my chart. I know this company has been out there for a while, but if you take a look at the 2021 price action, where stock has gone with super thin tape towards like 34, but after that 13, but you can see like where the most of the volume started coming in, right? So we can see, but here's what I'm watching. So after that, do we have a little bit of a resistance at 15? Yeah, let's say we have a little bit of a resistance at 15, okay, and then we have a bit of a resistance at 19.50 and $21, $20 levels. So these are the 2 levels that we're watching: 15, and then 19.20, and then we have a resistance somewhere around, I'm not sure if the cluster, let's say 25, not 26, maybe somewhere around here. This is zone essentially, but can it go towards 25? Yeah, absolutely possible. the capitalization of this stock is 2.9 billion. Essentially, if it doubles from here, that would be like around a $6 billion company with the price of $26 or something like that. But again, I'm not telling you to buy or sell this stock. That's just hypothetically speaking. Like, a lot of people just keep asking, like, how high can it go? Well, it can go higher, but do not expect it to happen overnight. Even though it can happen, there is a probability, but just don't buy like YOLO calls and just expect it to double overnight. Even though it can happen, there's always probability, but I wouldn't be playing that. So I would give it a little bit of time to digest this move, or CoreWeave and APLD signed an agreement. I don't know, what is it, 14 years, 10 years? How many years actually? Deal, $7 billion deal, where this company, I mean, their revenue was growing already. I mean, Applied Digital, but it's just they couldn't find anybody who would rent that place that they built, the data center. So now they have a customer, big customer, and that's the big catalyst for the stock. So in terms of put to call ratio, I'm not going to mention it. It's just very high implied volatility. I'm not interested to trade it even. I mean, it's just way too expensive unless I see some sort of an opportunity when it chills out, when volume comes down. But until then, it's very high volume today. 217 million traded and 242 first day, second day, yesterday 150 million. And if you take a look at the short volume, short interest, APLD, let's take a look. Is there like available? It's hard to borrow, I think, as well. Yeah, hard to borrow. They're available shares, but it's hard to borrow. And volume, daily shorted volume, it's not significant. Like 30% yesterday, 30% the day before yesterday, and then first day of the move. So it's not significant, I want to say. It's just mainly just people just buying the heck out of the calls, causing the gamma squeeze, and pretty much in general, like, people are just bullish the stock. So more people are buying it than selling it, hence why it's going up. But from these like lows, yeah, it is a bit overextended. Can it go a little bit more? Sure. And then it can just chop around, and I'm going to be watching as long as it holds this 11 and 12.50-ish area, maybe even $10 area. It's still bullish for me in terms of, like, if it just goes up, digests that move for another leg move up. I don't like to buy the top. I like to trade breakouts, sure, but it's pretty away from $11 level. That was the breakout level for me today. So couldn't catch it, didn't chase it. So, but that's what I'm watching for APLD. So for tomorrow, essentially, I mean for the rest of the week. So 15, about 15, 16, 18-ish area, I'm watching to the upside for Applied Digital. So that's the video. That's what I'm watching. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.